Hey guys, Jake Bo here with Stealth Pet Fence. Had a report of a dog getting out, and we had just finished this fence connection. We tested it all the way around, and then the lawnmowers showed up, and now we got a escaped dog, so we're here to check it out. I'm going to show you what you might be looking for on your collar signal today. This would be a problem that does not show up with a beeping transmitter, meaning your wire is cut. This is one of them where the signal just is not talking to the collar correctly. So we've already found out that the transmitter is fine. We've got a dead spot in a couple of the boundary wires, and I'm going to show you how we find that out. This is the PetSave in-ground rechargeable fence. All right, so there's the boundary. We fixed that last year with a little landscaping project just to hide it. Now the problem here is we've got huge trees in this yard and a full canopy over here, so the grass doesn't grow well. So what was happening is the water would come rushing down this hill towards the lake, and it would wash it out, and we would end up with an exposed wire. And over time, of course, you just end up with, you know, a squirrel or a tire or whatever snapping the wire. So we buried it and got it good. I'm going to show you that good signal right here. We'll listen for that. So hopefully you heard that. It was a good crisp okay. Okay, our wire is right there, kind of behind the mailbox. So here we go. Still a pretty good signal there. Hopefully you heard that. So now I've moved over 20 feet, and it's just a little bit weird on the signal strength. It kind of went okay, and now I'm going to move over another 15 feet and watch this. See, it's just blipping at me. Bip, 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 bip. And then I'll come over here. Boundary wire is just in front of the landscaping there. Here we go. See, now I've got fuzzy or nothing. Okay. And if I go down the line, I've got the same thing. It's very intermittent all the way down to the lake. Okay, so what this is telling us is we've got continuity, right? The transmitter's not beeping, so the wire's not cut. But we have a fuzzy radio signal, and that can happen with a scuff in the insulation on the copper wire. It doesn't seem like it should be that finicky, but it is. Now, unfortunately for us, what that means is it's a lot of searching, it's a lot of trial and error. The easiest way to do this is to just punch a new section in all along the dead part. The only problem we have there is we've got 2 chunks of driveway on this property that we went through the crack, and I don't want to do that. Now, the thing that I'm going to rule out right away, this is a property that has snow removal. And we previously spent a couple hours on a different season problem solving the same thing. And we found out that the snowplow guys had come and stabbed their phone number stakes, their advertising, their marketing for their snow removal service right along next to our wire, and had scuffed the insulation, but had not punctured and severed the copper. So we didn't get anything but a dead signal on that wire. The dog got out. Unfortunately, that was right by the road, but wasn't our doing. That was the snowplow guys stabbing their fence because they didn't know where the wire was. So we've solved that problem before, but you never know how much changeover they have with the company. So we're going to get rid of that first. We're going to also check our connection down at the lake, which we switch every growing season, to figure out whether or not we have problems there, which it shouldn't be. The connector should be fine. We just did that one this spring when we swapped out the lake connection. So what we've got to figure out here is at these spots along the edge where we've got erosion problems because the grass doesn't grow, and also out here at the driveway, those are our 2 likely spots. All right, guys, so we were testing the fence, and here's what we found. Right here, that is a snow removal company's stake, okay? I found that right here, stabbed into the ground. So what that had done is that had nicked a wire, and we had another one on the other side, which was a little bit worse. Sorry I didn't video that, but I was so frustrated with this stupid thing. So anyways, what I had to do was, it was nicked right there. So I can't run that whole line again because that's caulked in. So what I had to do was take a little bit here and then attach, you know, enough of a pigtail to get back. And now since we've just tested that, I'll show you that here. Then we'll switch them out to our silicone filled connectors. So we got a good signal there. We're gonna get that sod patched up. All right, guys, we figured it out here, and easy solution. As always, it's always easier to just put in a new line rather than trying to problem solve these, but we found the solution, and I'm gonna tell you why. Okay, so right there already, I can see a problem. So she said the lawn service guys were just here, right? It's May, whatever it is, 10, 12 here in Minnesota. They either brought the power rake in or the slit seeder to, yep, look at that. You see that? So more than likely, they talked to the owner, or the owner asked why the grass doesn't grow over here. It's because it's full shade underneath a huge pine, a big basswood, and a maple tree. So the lawn service guys should have said, it's too shady, it won't grow grass. You need to landscape with shade tolerant plants. We've got washouts happening because it hasn't grown grass over here for years because of the maple and the basswood and the pine. And you can see right here, we've got our exposed wire, which was definitely not exposed when I trenched it with the Janik 1500. You can tell because my wire is in the middle of the maple root right there. See that? My trencher cut the maple root way back in the day and put it way down in the soil. So we have lost probably that much soil, probably 3 inches of dirt, and it's still washing heavy downhill. And now I think what we're gonna do to solve this, yeah, this is the only place we're gonna grow grass and keep our wire hidden is out here in the sod. So right there on the sod line, we're gonna just trench in a new wire, come out here. Yeah, you can even see the linear marks right there. That's definitely what they did. And then we'll tie in right there where I'm sure they didn't scarify or anything. At least I would hope not. If they did, then we'll just move up towards the corner up there. If you're not getting that good strong reception out of the collar, that means you've got probably some nicked insulation somewhere. And I did show that on a previous video, or it was on pictures on my Facebook page. I'm not sure where that is, but sometimes it's obvious. Sometimes it's really, I mean, this one that we found today did not look like it should have affected anything, but it did. The first one that I ever found, it was obvious. The insulation had been nicked right down to the copper, but the copper was not cut. So I still had continuity. I just did not have a good insulation on the copper. This one, I just had a little bit of a scuff on the poly, but I couldn't see copper, but it didn't have a good signal. So we ended up doing this one down the line there. We replaced about 100 feet or so, and then we did the one out by the driveway. So just a good lesson there. Always test the signal all the way around the horn when you're here, because everybody knows that phone call back that says, hey, the dog got out again, makes you really drop your head and not enjoy it. So this is Jake Blow with Stealth Pet Fence. We are on a property today in Detroit Lakes, Minnesota. Hey, like and subscribe if this was any help to you. We really appreciate the support.